He said that there has been a 40% decrease in his business. So let's see like my coin. Let's see what I've been doing. So the first check is for $225. That's the stub to it. $90, $150. What is up, guys? Welcome to my channel. If you are brand new here, I'm Leah, so welcome. I'm so happy that you decided to stop by today. My channel is all about elevating your life through entrepreneurship, and I wanted to talk about what is happening in these notary streets, okay? Like, there are so many people who may be on the fence about becoming a notary. So whether you decide to be a notary or a notary signing agent, loan signing agent, those two terms are interchangeable. Whether you decide to be any of those things, you are wanting to make sure that you are profitable and that you actually make some money. So I wanted to talk a little bit about some money with you guys today because of the simple fact that we need to find out, is this saturated? Are there way too many notaries? Is there work for you? What does it look like? Let's talk about it. So let's just come straight with some facts straight from the NNA. So the NNA, based off of 2017 and 2020, the NNA says that 1/2 of full-time notaries earn $2,000 per month. There's a small fraction, the small amount being less than 10%, 9.6% of full-time notaries earn over $7,500 per month. So what does this actually mean for you? There are a lot of different challenges that different people have for different reasons. So I wanted to just film this video so we could talk about it. I could tell you what my experience has been and what my personal opinion truly is. I want to start off by saying that it's no surprise that less than 10% of notaries within the United States earn over $7,500 per month. Because what I have come to find out from coaching and mentoring different people, and even with looking at my own behaviors, is that both consistency and determination is directly linked to your state of mind. So that's why I feel that mindset work is super important to do, not just in the notary space, but any business venture that you actually venture out to do, simply because there will always be obstacles. High earners that are notaries are not just by chance making those high earnings. Some of it may have to do with the location that they're in, but a lot of it may have to do with the determination and the discipline that they exercise each and every day in order to reach the goal that they actually set for themselves. So of course, I love to talk to people. When I'm out and about, I'm chatting with people just to find out more, just so that I could better understand and I could bring you guys some really excellent content. So you may know that I live in Georgia, so I'm in an attorney state. So what that means is I partner with attorneys in order to conduct loan closings. So on one of my recent loan closings, I was talking to the attorney. I was like, hey, have you experienced a dip in the amount of orders that you have actually received? He told me something that was really profound. He said that there has been a 40% decrease in his business. He followed that to say, that is the nature of this business. He has been a closing attorney for 25 years. He brought up the 2008 housing crash. He said, we survived that housing crash and did excellent, and we pushed on forward. So it propelled me to start thinking about all of the other industries that I know of that actually have slow seasons. Like, you may know of some, like the ones that come to my mind offhand are like lawn care business, if you have an auto cleaning business, if you have a cosmetology business. All those businesses have peak seasons, right? So if you're a heating and air conditioner guy, that has a peak season. If you're a roofer, that has a peak season. A lot of times the roofing industry really is booming when there are a lot of storms and hurricanes and different things like that. So I really started to think about, how is it that one could sustain themselves if their business slacks off by 40%? So on the financial aspect of it, part of it is budgeting and good planning, like living below your means and things of that nature, not overextending yourself with a whole bunch of stuff. But another side of it is, how can you stand out from the rest? Like, are you actually doing all that you can in order to earn as much money as you possibly can? Personally speaking, I have not received a decline in my notifications that I actually get. nor receives a decline in the amount of direct calls that I get from the direct clients that I work for. I'm gonna grab my phone and I'm just gonna count how many notifications I've had today. Okay, so it is early afternoon here. It's 2 o'clock right now. And so far I've had 9 notifications for today. I think that that's pretty normal for what I actually get. That is not like outside of the normal range. Sometimes I get a whole lot more. I also have a strategy that I use in order to ensure that I'm assigned to some of those orders. So back to what I was saying, talking to other people in the industry, there's one person that I spoke with recently, and he is a scheduler at a title company that I get direct business from. So I just asked him, hey, what is your day-to-day like? What do you do on a normal day? What does your schedule consist of? Have you guys seen a decline in work? What is happening? Because I'm hearing different things from different people, different loan signing agents, that is. He tries to get 25 deals done per day. So he's like, I'm not always successful getting 25 deals done per day, but at the minimum, I'm getting 16 done. So that's one scheduler and one title company. So if this one scheduler has a minimum of 16 orders that he's doing 5 times a week, how many orders is that for this one scheduler? And it all goes back to your mindset. I really strongly feel that if you tell yourself that this business is extremely difficult, that there are no orders to get, then I think that sets your day up for how hard you are going to actually work. So I'm not sure if some of you guys have seen my 4 a.m. routine. What I would do is get up really early in the morning, and I would actually make sure that I was conducting a lot of activities in order to get my name out there. And when I say get my name out there, that meant following up with people, that meant sending emails, that meant actually signing up with different companies to work with, researching more companies to work with, so on and so forth, because I really wanted to make sure that I could actually earn a living doing the notary work, even though I am in a very strict attorney state. So let's see like my coin. Let's see what I've been doing. So the first check is for $225. That's the stub to it. $90, $150, $200, $175, $125, $75. That's a check for something else. $700, $150, $150, $60. So that's some of the checks that I actually received this month. Keep in mind too, I also get paid by direct deposit. So if you ask me my personal opinion, living in Georgia, being in a very strict attorney state, is there money in loan signing? I would say yes. So there's a real reason why less than 10% of notaries actually earn $7,500 or more. It does not mean that you should count yourself out and that you can't be a part of that 10%. However, it does mean that it is going to take determination. There is a lot of work to actually put forth in getting business, and it does not always come overnight for everyone. It may be a gradualism, you know, and sometimes you just may have to make more room in your schedule in order to get the business that you actually want. I want to give you this thought, you know, instead of looking at the glass half empty, look at that glass half full. So if there are people not making the income that they expected to make, what do you think they're doing? They're more than likely exiting this business. So if they exit the business, that means there's room for more people to actually come into the business. So there are 9 different types of loan signings that you could do. Now, granted, although we are notary signing agents, loan signing agents, there's other things that we do that are not involved with loan signing, such as annuity, I-9 verification forms, and other types of general notary work that may come to you through like Notary Rotary or 123 Notary or SnapDocs or somewhere else like that. There are other types of signings that come, but when we're talking about loan signings, I'm speaking of there's 9 different types of loan signings that you could actually do. So out of the 9 types, there's one type that has so many different variations to it. So I wanted to just kind of explore this with you. Out of the 9 different types of loan signings, refinances is one that I want to give you guys something to think about, because people refinance for a number of reasons. Now, when I was a lender, 2 of the most popular reasons that people refinance was because they wanted to, one, get cash out to buy an investment property, or they wanted to get cash out to do some home improvements. So people refinance to basically get cash out of their home. They also refinance because they may be getting a divorce. Part of the divorce decree may be to remove the person who is departing from the house name off of the mortgage and the deed. So therefore a refinance is necessary. Another reason that people refinance is getting a lower interest rate, such as what is happening right now. Interest rates are lower. And so therefore a lot of people are saying, you know what, let's go ahead and save some money on this loan and let's go ahead and refinance. People also refinance to change their terms. For instance, if they have a 30-year mortgage and they are wanting to shave it down and have a 15-year mortgage, that's a reason to refinance. If they currently have an ARM or an adjustable rate mortgage, they know that their rate is going to adjust to a much higher rate, so they want to take advantage of something lower and go ahead and refinance. I recently did a closing where they had a balloon payment at the end, which means that they will have a small payment for a specified amount of time, and then they will owe one big balloon payment after that time is up. So maybe their balloon payment is approaching. They're not prepared to make that huge payment, so they choose to refinance. Another reason that I would always suggest people to refinance is to get rid of the PMI. Oftentimes people don't put a full 20% down. Therefore, they are qualifying for a loan like a FHA loan, for example, and it has private mortgage insurance that benefits the buyer 0%. So they're actually paying roughly like, let me say about $75 per $100,000 because of not having that full 20% down. So sometimes when they have enough equity in their house to absorb, then what ends up happening is they decide to go ahead and refinance so that they could get rid of the PMI, thus more money going back into their pocket. And sometimes people refinance just because they have fallen on hard times, or maybe they have had a reduction in their work hours, or maybe they have had a death in the family. So they may refinance and set their term back. So hypothetically speaking, let's say they have been in their home for, I don't know, let's say about 7 years, and something happens with their financing where now they have 23 years left on their mortgage, but they may decide to reset it back to 30 years. So if they reset it back to 30 years, even at the same interest rate, their payment is going to be lower, thus more affordable, thus avoiding things like having to move and foreclosure and so on and so forth. And that's just some reasons that people refinance. So what is my point? Refinancing is not going anywhere. There's always ups and downs. When I was a lender at the bank, there were times when we just had so many applications, it just absolutely made no sense. There were other times when we had fewer applications. There's ebbs and flows with every single business, no matter what it is. So my question to you is why? Let me know in the comments, why do you want to be a loan signing agent? Why do you want to see this business through? Because when things get difficult, when you're not making the money that you actually want to make, when you feel like it's saturated or you're not getting notifications and things of that nature, the question is why? What is your why? What is the reason that you actually want to do this? The business definitely will pick back up. And when it picks back up for you or picks back up in your area, if you quit the business, you're going to regret it. And you're going to be thinking, my goodness, I wish I just stuck with it. I wish I just found another way to bring a little bit more income in. So one way that you could bring more income in is through like general notary work. So a lot of times I advise people to supplement their loan signing business with doing general notary work, especially if their loan signing business is their only source of income. So if you have like a full-time job, you're doing loan signing, you may not have the room in your schedule to do general notary work, or you might. It all just depends on how hard you want to go. It all depends on what is your reason for doing it in the first place. So I would just say, try to stick with the business, even if you are not actually getting the results that you want. But what I can say is that your perspective is everything. That's why getting your mind correct, doing mindset work is so important, because that's going to sustain you even when you're not getting the results that you desire. Just knowing that your efforts are not in vain, knowing that your efforts will pay off is the biggest thing for me, because when things take off and when you see people who were getting few signings, when you see them have more signings, you're really gonna wish that you stuck in the game. You're really gonna wish that you kept doing it and kept going forward. So in addition to supplementing your income with general notary work, I would also say to go where people are that could actually give you work. So where can you find some of these people? You can find them at the Chamber of Commerce. You can find them at your local chapter. If you ask me my personal opinion, living in Georgia, being in a very strict attorney state, is there money in loan signing? I would say yes. I would say yes, there is. And I would say if you're not getting the money that you want, really look at the activities that you're doing, really look at the language that you speak to yourself, really look at who you are associating with. Is there lots of negativity that's spewing out? Because I strongly believe that energy does transfer. Have you ever been around someone who is so negative that all they do is drain your energy? You might love them, but they truly drain your energy. Energy transfers. So I would also say, look at your schedule. How are you conducting yourself? Are you really giving your all to your business? If you don't go out and work a 9-to-5 job, do you conduct yourself and do you hold yourself accountable and work a full 8 hours, even if it is only with prospecting and marketing? How hard are you really going for your business? So these are some things that I would say to give some thought to, because if you ask my opinion, I say yes, I think it is a great business to get into. With that being said, I am going to be offering a new round of mentorship. So this time it will be a group. So if you're interested in my mentorship session, be sure to let me know down below. You can also leave me your email address down below, and I will definitely send you out an invite when the session actually opens. So that's all that I have for this video, guys. I hope that it was helpful. BMI. You can find them at real estate events and networking events. So you have to go where the decision makers are who could actually give you work. Remember that, guys. Like, if it was easy, believe me, there will be more than 10% making $7,500 plus per month. But it is definitely worth it. If you actually are willing to put in the work, silence the negative self-talk, and go for it. Actually make your blows count, hold yourself accountable, maintain a great schedule. You can do it. Hopefully it gave you some things to think about. So until next time, I will see you later. Bye.